Woo, Dougie.
When I become president, I said, I want to bring back Dragon Boat at home.
IDBF president in Macau.
Dragon Boat has been incorporated in Hong Kong.
Wow.
The club paddlers are basically the future of dragon boating going forward, and then that will lead into the elite national teams.
Dragon boating's evolved where I've seen it from that team building to festivals.
And what do you want your legacy to be, and where do you want to leave dragon boating globally?
Great question.
So this is what I want to say to all our paddlers.
Claudio, that is amazing.
Paddles ready. This is Paddles Ready, the global voice of paddle sports. Live commentary, race coverage, athlete stories and expert analysis from across the world of paddling. From dragon boat racing to ocean ski, this is where the competition, the culture and the stories come together. Let's get into it.
Well, Nico, new segment on the show. Hando's Phantom Call. So what I spoke about in an earlier podcast, and what we're going to do is we're going to engage everybody at home or in the car or wherever you're watching in the office. You are going to call a race. It's a 100-meter race, so it's a sprint.
It's the 100-meter gift, the gift that keeps on giving.
100-meter Paddles Ready gift. Down the line, people will subscribe. Name will come out. You call the race. If that person wins or if that club wins.
The prizes, the giveaways.
Prizes, shirts, you name it.
Could be cash, could be Bitcoin. You never know.
It's coming your way wherever it's doing.
Okay.
So, just for the people at home and for us, and we're going to test this out, I've given you now your first start list. And here we are for Hando's.
It's almost like a race call.
It is.
And it is.
Hando's Phantom Call.
Oh,
so
the Phantom calls. Over to me. Come on, little piece
They're
of
just
paper
arriving.
there.
They're just arriving at the top of the start line, and the sweeps are getting them in position. So I'm over to you.
This is a Standard Boat Open final, the 100-meter Paddles Ready gift. In one, the Wairo Warriors. 100 from New Zealand, Falls Creek settling in good in two. Stormies from Hong Kong, different strokes in three. Acker in four, Philadelphia in five, and the Dolphins from the UAE. Under Phil Reeder's start, Paddles Ready. They're off. Stormy's got away quite well. Different strokes out, and then Dolphins left behind, and Philadelphia coming from behind as they usually do. Falls Creek picking a bit crowd, but the Wairo 100 Warriors are flying up. It looks like different strokes, and Acker are coming. Acker are bringing it. Falls Creek, and Philadelphia's just got over the line. Acker second, and the Wairo 100 Warriors in third. That's your first taste of the Hando's
Phantom Call.
Phantom Call.
And that was beautiful.
Paddles Ready.
Woo, Dougie.
How are you, Hando?
I'm always good. We've got a very special guest.
Yes, we have.
You know, we've got the president. We've got the big kahuna. We've got Claudio Schermi, president of the International Dragon Boat Federation. Claudio, welcome to Paddles Ready.
Thank you very much. I'm very ready to be with you.
This is going to be fun.
I'm ready to paddle with you. You are paddle ready. I'm ready to paddle with you.
Well, that's one of my things, Claudio, that one of the things Nick and I spoke about. We want you to have initially your paddling brain on when you were paddling, but then we need your president brain, and we're going to extract we'll extract some paddling insights out of you from when you paddled, but then we really want to get down into what it's like to be president for dragon boating.
Speaking of that, I had Claudio. He went to the diggers because he goes to Dubai sometimes. I put him in the boat. I've got videos of Claudio in seat 5 or 6 with the Dubai diggers. Remember that, Claudio?
Yes, I remember. I did well that time. Just the timing was a little bit uncomfortable for me because when they said, let's go train together, so okay, see you tomorrow morning. Yes, at 4 o'clock we will be under your house in Dubai. and on your hotel in Dubai. So 4 o'clock in the morning, but I went. I was on time and I did all my job.
It was good, Bella.
Yes, the only time good because it's too hot in Dubai, so we must train very early in the morning.
Going to say that's why we've got to train at 4 a.m.
So first of all, I want to say where I am because you see, I'm not. Looks like I see in the video looks like a saint. But I'm not a saint. But behind me, I am in the secretary office of the on the seat of the Macau Dragon Boat Federation.
Macau.
Yes, I am in Macau in this moment. So I've been in Hong
Hello,
Kong.
Peter.
Yes, Peter is around here. He's working in the other. Even if today is the 1st May, nobody should do work, but we are here for Dragon Boat. It's not a work; it's just a pleasure.
And you've just been at the 6th Asian Games, Claudio. You've just finished at Sanya.
Yes, a lot of things, new things, and there's a good opportunity to stay with you. Thank you for the invitation because there are new things. I've been to the 6th Asian Games. Very important that was representing by the International Dragon Boat Federation and by the Asian Dragon Boat Federation was organized the event and was very successful. We had super special guests, including the past president and today honorary president of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach. There was the Minister of Sport of China, President of the Olympic Committee of China, President Gao, and the President of the Olympic Committee of Indonesia, the President of Olympic Committee of Hong Kong, and the President of the Olympic Committee of Albania. So really a lot of people, including some member of the IOC, Gunilla Lindberg from Sweden, and others. So it was a great parterre to show up our Dragon Boat, and the event was fantastic because all raced very tight.
The Indonesians and the Chinese and the Thai teams were amazing. The racing was at that. So with that, where you were, is dragon boating today in a really good position, and where do you see it going? You mentioned ICF, you mentioned Olympic Committee. We've had some discussions on it. We'd love to see it.
Well, it sounds by what Claudio's just said, it sounds like it's well and truly global.
This year is 35 years of the International Dragon Boat Federation. If Dragon Boat of the modern era exists, is because we have an ancient origin, 278 before Christ, as you know, with the legend of Chu Yuan, and after in 1976, 278 before Christ. You didn't know the legend of Chu Yuan? So Chu Yuan was...
I knew it was 2000, but when you throw in Christ, that makes it a whole different story.
Yes, 278 before Christ. So that is, he suicided on the 5th day of the 5th moon, and all the fishermen and the farmer went to try to look for his body in the river near. In the Hunan province, in Miluo, in the Hunan province, where last year we had the World Cup. And so the 5th day of the 5th moon, that was celebrating with the drum to make sure that to avoid that the fish eat his body, and to remember this historical day, because he was very much loved by the people, and he wanted to show his solidarity in a way that, of course, is today is not acceptable, but at that time was a very strong message to the politician and of that time. In 1976, so coming all this story that in all Asia, in all China, there was a festival of Dragon Boat with so many different kind of boats. As you know, the Dragon Boat has a lot of tradition boats. In 1976, so 50 years ago, in Hong Kong, there was the first international festival of Dragon Boat. So the British asked to participate to the race in China, in Hong Kong, and that's become international. A lot of invitation was start to spread all around the world, and the international crews start to practice this kind of sport. In 1991, a number of nations decided to found the International Dragon Boat Federation. So you see, 278, today we are in 26. 50 years ago, in 76, started the Dragon Boat of the modern era with the International Festival. In 91, 35 years ago, start the International Federation. And this is something that I have to announce now. You are the first exclusive information for you.
We like this. We like this, Claudio.
29 April 2026. When I become president, I said, I want to bring back Dragon Boat at home. So that from 29 April 2026, Dragon Boat has been incorporated in Hong Kong. So now the seat, the headquarters of the International Dragon Boat Federation is already in Hong Kong. That will be celebrated during the Hong Kong Festival that will be on the 27th, 28th of June. And we will have an executive committee here in Hong Kong. And we will try to make sure that coming to Hong Kong, opening an office, starting to work together here in front of Hong Kong, there is Macau, where there is our Secretary General, that we can really start to be a hub for Dragon Boat.
Claudio, that is amazing, and congratulations, because I first met Mike Huslam in Hong Kong in the 90s. So your vision, and with the whole global dragon boating vision to bring it back home, congratulations to Hong Kong. Wow.
Hey, Nick, it's just it's only you and I are having a chat about my old man. He has got photos from the 1986 Dragon Boat Festival. He's still got negatives in his cupboard with his wife, Kerry, and he's going to send them down to you and I so we can get them taken off a negative, use them on the podcast, and maybe send them over to Claudio. But that's 1986 international.
Well, Paul Langley, they paddled for the Navy in 1976, the Australian Navy. In Hong Kong.
So there you go. What a history. What a history.
And I think they sank in the Victoria Harbour because the guilos, they were too heavy.
Yes. But
I wasn't in that boat.
This is the message. This is the message. Because at the beginning, the difference is that arrive people from Australia, from Great Britain, from Italy, from a lot of nations try to beat these fishermen. But we always lost because we were not in the team mentality. So all the team coming, and now I can say something about the ICF, let's say. ICF, I was a kayaker, and for me to move to Dragon Boat was a real change as a person, because kayaker is an individual sport that I love kayak, but...
kayaking as in C1 or full kayak?
Kayaking, no, that was canoe.
I was K1.
I was in K1, K2, K4. I did a lot of competition. Okay, and I was very good coach in kayak. Back, I had a very good friends also paddling in Australia, like Grant Kelly, Clint Robinson, and all these people of the time. Okay, and because I was the coach of one very famous kayaker that is very much loved, the Italian kayaker that was much loved in Australia, that is Daniele Scarpa. He won Olympic Games in 1996. And he was very much Australian, let's say. Even he's an
Australian Italian. An Australian
Italian. Yes. I mentioned him. I would be happy that I mentioned him in this moment of remind. But the difference is that The kayaker is in the individual mentality. The difference with the fishermen is that they are used to work together, and everybody has to do his job. And this is the message of Dragon Boat today. Is a very actual message, because today you can't run a company on your own, you can't play football on your own, you can't do anything on your own, and nothing more than Dragon Boat represent teamwork.
Dragon boating's evolved where I've seen it from that team building to festivals to international events. Let's talk about the club cruise. You have the club cruise every 2 years and then the internationals. How important is club crew to dragon boating as a whole? Do you think, Dougie, you can touch on a couple more things here. I think we wanted to really pick Claudio's mind about that club crew.
Yeah, well, let Claudio think. Yeah, you go, Claudio.
No, that is a very simple reply, because in other sport, when they do the World Championship, the most important championship are the national champion, the World Championship for national team. For us, it's important to continue to respect for the reason that I said before, the idea of the teamwork. So for us, the crews are important as they are. So it is important to have the World Championship for national team, but it's even more important to maintain and to balance the World Championship for clubs, because in the clubs there is the real spirit of Dragon Boat. In the clubs they grow together, they live together, they become friends together, and so for this reason, to maintain the idea to have every 2 years club crew championship, that is our way to acknowledge and respect the teams as they are. Because sometimes in our sport, and I don't think there is another sport that can say this, sometimes club teams are stronger than national teams.
That was going to lead into my next question. So with the sport rapidly growing so much, the club paddlers are basically the future of dragon boating going forward, and then that will lead into the elite national teams.
Yes, every nations follow a different system to select national teams. Most probably in China, they really respect the concept that a team is a team. So I think they have internal trials, and from that competition, they select the best team and goes as it is. In other nations, the teams come from different cities and they train together with some training camp. Everything is different, and I can tell you which is the rules in every nations. But for sure, some nations try to promote as a national team the best team as it is, or at least they try to change that team as less as possible, because to restart from scratch a new team, you put the 20 best paddler individual, not always you get
No.
something better.
So, for example, earlier on, you'd have in Australia, you'd have the national championships, and whoever won that premier for their division, they represented Australia. So if you had Gold Coast Dragons that won the national title, they were representing Australia back in the day. The UAE, Great Britain, they had some of the northern teams, and then they'd represent. But I think things have changed and evolved, and they try and get the best paddlers. They go to training camps like in Canada or America. Breast cancer paddlers. They have we've had Mary. She's your vice president. She alluded to some amazing stuff that those powerful women are doing. But so that's the club crew worked up. Doug, where's your next one for Claudio? We love.
Well, I wanted to just roll into this one, Nick. So I was very interested. Claudio, what is the single biggest opportunity for dragon boating right now? Is it the Olympics? Is it youth growth? Is it media exposure? Or is it sponsorship? Where right now does dragon boating need to go?
No, we need to balance all these things because we need rebranding and sponsorship policy because we need funds to grow as an organization. We can't continue to be just completely amateurial. So we need some professional to give values to the big message that is together with Dragon Boat. We have Dragon Boat, as I say, is not only a sport. It's a message of friendship. It's a bridge between East and West. Is a way of life, sometimes I say, because the Dragon Boat is a huge family. There is no other championship no other sport that in a single championship can have 6,500, 7,000 athletes. You can find these numbers, for example, in a marathon. But the marathon, you arrive in the morning and you finish after 3-4 hours. Everybody's back home. In a big marathon, you can go to the New York Marathon. That's beautiful. There are thousands, even more. But the issue is that at the Olympic Games, you find 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 people that stays for a few days, but no other single sport allowed this. And the Dragon Boat, when we have a championship every year, we put together 6,000, 7,000 people, 5,000 people that stays for 10 days together. So this is really a community, and this is really a positive message. So I love the spirit of Dragon Boat, very much energetic. I was speaking, yes, I think I was speaking with you a few days ago when I was describing the feeling that I have when I do prize giving. So for me, I'm always happy to do prize giving because when I do prize giving, I feel that I give all my I try to give all the attention and to make feel the athletes at the top of their career, but at the same time, I receive from them so much energy. So after a championship, I really feel recharged of energy. It's a real positive exchange of energy, of culture, sport, everything. So
And that brings it all together.
Yes, all together.
The culture, the energy, the passion, all the different disciplines from the youth, the universities, the schools, the paradragons, the breast cancers. It's a plethora of it. Dragon Boat is global.
The other point was only the beginning of my reply, but the question is where do you want to go? Olympic Games is our final focus, of course. But at the Olympic Games, there are limited number. We want to stay, and this is our policy. We want to be IOC recognized because we are not, and this is the message to all the paddlers in the world. We are not a discipline of canoeing. We are not a discipline of paddle sport. We are Dragon Boat. We are a sport. We are a sport, not a discipline of another sport. We have different traditions. So the kayak come from Eskimos, the canoeing from Indians in America. Dragon Boat come from China. Dragon Boat come from the legend of Chu Yuan. We have 2,000-year history. We have our identity, and we develop the sport including so many people involved. If you think that I have a board of directors of 5 people and an executive committee of 12 people, and I have 20 people in the council. We have international, we have continental federation in all the 5 continents that includes maybe 15, 16 people in the council. We have 600 international race officials prepared and qualified by the IDBF. So we are a community organizing a community even bigger. So that is the issue. And for this, I'm proud to say that Dragon Boat is a sport. We are ready. And when I was invited to the 100 year of the International Canoe Federation, I was invited. And I still say thank you for this opportunity. I had the opportunity to speak, and I make a speech become a little bit famous that I want to underline always. One family, two house. So let's say that we are a child, that we grow, we are 35-year-old, and it's not healthy, even if we love our family of the paddle sport, it's not healthy that we live with our parents. We have our own house. Our own house is International Dragon Boat Federation. This is our house. Then at Christmas, Easter, and in big occasion like the multi-sport games, we can stay together, we can join together, we can cooperate together because we are a family. But we have our own identity, and we don't want to withdraw our identity.
And bringing it back home to Hong Kong is only going to strengthen that.
And then that leads me into another question, which just hearing your passion, Claudio, hearing your passion just then, I'm going to know the answer, and so is everybody at home, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. When your presidency is complete, and what do you want your legacy to be, and where do you want to leave dragon boating globally?
Oh, great question.
You're
not leaving yet. You're not leaving yet, Claudio.
Let's say that I am at the big. No, let's say that I'm at the beginning of the journey. I serve the athletes and the members, so I believe in what I write. I believe that when somebody stands for president, he must say something. He must have something to say and something to deliver. So when I will finish my term, I will say, when I stand 4 years ago, I wanted to do these things. Now, over 20 points, we have done 5, 10, 12. Okay, we have achieved this step by step. So we have an idea. Now we have to do these other things. So if you want, we can continue. If you want to change the direction, very good. But I think that today, with the incorporation in Hong Kong, we make really a milestone for our federation, because we are the first international sport federation to incorporate in Hong Kong. To welcome us, they changed the law, and this will apply also to next international sport federation that decide to incorporate in Hong Kong. They have allowed for 3 years. For 3 years, they give us a support of $100,000 to specifically to open a seat, to open an office, and with 2 resources for the office to work for the Dragon Boat. Now, our federation, we are member of the AIMS. We are member of the Sport Accord. Before, the name was Global Association of International Sport Federation, and so that means we are part of the Olympic family, but we are not recognized by the Olympic Committee. In this process, we have never had a real office. Thanks to, now I am here in the office of the Secretary General, because in Macau the environment is fantastic. I can show you after I take the computer and I walk around, so I show you what's happened here, because this is real. This is the heart of Dragon Boat. Before I said I take the energy when I receive energy when I do prize giving, but when I come here, I really this is really the place where you get when you get inspired.
2010 was the club crew. The club crew was in Macau 2010. I paddled there.
20, 30 Dragon Boat. There is the lake. There is no competition. I said, why there is this, the lanes already on place? Oh, no, this is for training. So in Macau, we have a racing course always on place. Yesterday night from my hotel, I saw 20, 30 boats training. And I said, what is this? What is it? Some program? No, this is normal. Every evening at 7 o'clock they train. In Hong Kong, it's the same. So we are here in hub, and we are opening we never had an office before, and now we a real office, an International Dragon Boat Federation office with on the door written International Dragon Boat Federation. Now we are going to have this. Yes, we make this real, and the next step is to make sure that this will be something that can be useful for the sport and for our community and our paddlers. The people has to understand this and has to be proud to be member of the federation.
Yes, and Claudio, that's why Paddles Ready this is why we created this.
This is why we want to be that global voice.
And we have been, and having you on a guest, you know, I lived in Hong Kong, so did Doug. I was in Hong Kong 1993 till 2002. That's where I got involved in dragon boating.
Well, he's going for a walk.
Yes, I want to bring you to see something, because you see here a lot of medals and things.
We're on the move.
water,
Paddles are ready.
We're live. We're on
There
the
we
move
go.
with Claudio. We're in the office in Macau.
Peter Tankman's the Secretary General.
Here, look, this is a dragon.
One of my trophies I left in 2010.
Yes, you can see. And look here. Just
Holy smokes, the boats are there.
yes, but not one. Look, only here.
What did you say, 30?
No, here is 6, 9, 12, 15 here with all the head and tails. You can see. You can see it.
Wow, we can see it.
And behind there,
The heart of
There are even
Macau
more.
dragon boating to you live from Claudio Schermi. It is amazing.
yeah, you see here, it's another.
We don't want to lose your internet connection, Claudio.
You can see me, okay. You
Yeah,
can
now we
still
can.
hear me.
You're a
Okay.
good looking man. Of course we can see you.
Okay, but now the last things that, let's say that the last things that I want to show you is that the lake is here, and I don't know if you can see, there is,
I think we've lost.
okay, you get me?
You better go back in. We don't we
You
we
see
don't want
me?
to lose the podcast link. Yeah, no, we're back.
Okay.
We're back live with
You're
Claudio
back.
Schermi,
Okay,
IDBF
outside
president
here,
in
there is
Macau.
a racing course already prepared. But you know, today is the first May. The competition here, the international competition here is on the 17, 18, and 19 of when is the competition? The international festival, June 19. But everything is already ready to host the paddlers.
You just need some commentators.
That's it. So, Nick, Claudio, I'm going to lighten the mood a little bit. I've got one more question before one of my questions. Claudio, I want you to go back to you and I and Hando standing at Brandenburg on the where we had our commentary box.
That's right.
If you had 60 seconds to speak to someone who had never paddled before, why should they hop in a dragon boat tonight at training?
Join me for training tonight, because you can come as you are. You don't need nothing. It's very simple. You jump on the boat. The boat is the same for everybody, for children, for companies, for top level. And you can paddle easy. Follow us. I will stay near you and I will teach you how to paddle. And you will enjoy. After 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, you will be able to perform also a little competition. Of course, you will be not at the top, but there is no other sport in the water that you can go on a boat and practice and compete very easily and immediately. It's a sport for all.
And make friends for
No
life.
other sport is a sport for all, but it's a sport top level.
As I just said, and make friends for life.
For friends for life, yes, for sure. If you are a member of the Dragon Boat, everywhere except in Italy, because in Italy we are famous. That is a joke there for my Italian friends, because we are very good. When our target usually is Germany, so we lose with Germany. But 1, 2, 3 years and we win. The moment that we win, we split the crew and we start again. So we need another.
Boom, 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 boom.
But this is a system to make more team, because after the team arrives, they split and they create 2 teams and create 2 teams and create 2 teams. So that is a joke that I always do with the Italian. I always say, if we are together, If we are together, we can be the best. And in Italy, we have a good movement of Dragon Boat, but sometimes we have not the results because they split. And I always encourage to be together.
The Italians in Brandenburg, we had Claudio. So Claudio, let's touch on the commentary from Italy when I'm on a tent with Simone and Simonette calling, and then Brandenburg, we ended up engaging the paddlers, the coaches, the heads of federations of sport. The interaction that you had with the live stream was amazing. So we're going to emulate that again. Tell us about where the next club crew is, and what's happening in Taiwan.
Next championship is Hualien, that is in China, Taipei. And in Hualien, we expect 6,000 athletes. We have a super program of 6 racing days. We are trying to encourage and give positive message because to have a championship in this moment in Taipei, it was a challenge, but we can be really, let's say, a messenger of dialogue and peace and sport. So that is a friendship. So we go there. We will be all there, following the IOC policy. There is no politics in sport, and everybody go there to enjoy the beautiful venue, the huge hospitality that they are planning, and I'm sure that will be a memorable event. But I have to say that I know the commentators of this event. No,
Really?
yeah.
Who are they?
Who are they? I know.
We're already preparing, and you touched on Claudio and Dougie when Dragon Boat, like you said, it makes friends, lifetime. I'm talking to people now with the podcast with Paddles Ready, from Julie in Canada, Tommy in America. You've got Jason who runs in the Middle East, Simon in Hong Kong, Claudio the president. It's so exciting, this next chapter for us as Paddles Ready.
What's more exciting is what we're talking about the sport that we love, the podcast and the Instagram and Facebook, how many other disciplines are now coming across the dragon boating and watching and liking our podcast, are liking our Instagram, are liking our Facebook. You got single skis, K1, C1, double ski, stand-up paddleboard. They're all logging on and they're all liking and following our podcast, and it is fantastic.
So Claudio, help us spread the word. Help us spread the word through IDBF.
No, but this is very important. For example, because I'm very much in favor of sponsorship and of the way of financing, find the resources, because this is our job. So the coaches do the coach, the paddlers do the paddlers, but to make everything happen, we must create communication. And your podcast is very important. Paddles Ready, very good. International Dragon Boat Federation, very good. And tomorrow maybe we have a big sponsor that can appear and support your activity, but also our federation. So this is because the audience, if we really develop the audience, the people has to understand. I want to give you also some numbers. Numbers is we have 6,000, 7,000 athletes at championship. We have 88 members federations. We are an hub in Hong Kong. We have an hub in Hong Kong. We organize events. When you organize a Dragon Boat event, so we want to make the city confident in the idea of organizing events of Dragon Boat. Here in I have a lot of requests, but we have to say also abroad, because we bring ROI for the city, very important, because we bring a community that says maybe 10 days. And in that case, they spend on site, they stay there. And the economic impact for the organizer city, not for the organizer, but for this hosting city, for the hosting nations, is to bring there a return of investment of about economic impact of about $20 million. $20 million, because our paddlers arrive, they buy shirt, they buy at the shop, they go to for food, they go into the hotel. So we help the economy, and we want to be we want to have support for our paddlers, because we are bringing value to the hosting city. We can be used into the new generation, into the school. We can make school program. You can do university program. We can make company events. So we have a lot of things to do and a lot of area of development. So I think that to do all this, you need a complete organization. So the International Dragon Boat Federation is the right environment. To be the commission of the International Canoe Federation is not what we want. They can be able to organize one event, but they will be never able to manage the interest of the community. So this is what I want to say to all our paddlers. Trust the IDBF, stay and work together, because we can really make a fantastic journey in the next few years together.
So Dougie and Claudio, we had Mr. Lua from Champion. He was a guest in our studios because he was down for the New Zealand National Championships with the I-dotting and also the Australian. And the Ice Dragons in Mongolia, oh my goodness, that must have been amazing.
Yes, you mentioned also this is very important stakeholder of the federation. So there is yesterday in Hong Kong, come champion two, and we were at dinner with champion. Tomorrow we have Swift that invited me for lunch, after lunch at the Royal Yacht Club of Hong Kong. And so we will speak with them. We have a Peisheng that is also a very important because they yes, and they have done a sponsorship, we have to say, because they have done a sponsorship to the federation to develop sport in a new country. They didn't. So for us, it's important. They give us about $25,000. That is a good. And then we have in Europe, we have only one boat builder, that is BUK, that makes very well. And we are having more, and we have also paddles. We are developing. Let's say is that all our boat builders are registered. So we are organizing new plates for our Dragon boat, so that everybody, like when you buy the car, but after you have to register. Yes, that is fantastic. But if you look inside, you should have also a place where it's that's it. All our paddlers are authorized with this logo, and we will control everybody. That is something important to say. So for the paddlers, don't try, because sometimes they make faults. They try to replace. And but in this case, like if you do it with the car, police will stop you, they will fine you, and will don't allow you to paddle. So we will have our strong control without race official about this.
Which is good.
It legitimizes the paddle. It legitimizes the paddle. I can't wait to catch up. I can't wait to catch up in person. But from Nick and I, thank you so much for giving up your time to speak to us from the offices in Macau. I think the groundwork and what you have done putting back into the sport as president is absolutely phenomenal worldwide. The new offices in Hong Kong and bringing the sport back to its roots is going to only make it stronger and better. And bring on Taipei. Can't wait to catch up personally.
Yeah, so thanks, Claudio. IDBF President Claudio Schermi, and all the Dragon boaters worldwide. This is Hando.
I'm Dougie.
I'm Claudio.
Paddles ready.
Another segment with 60 Seconds with Dougie. Back on the podcast, and we are with Jaden, the fittest man at the Coomera Dragons.
The fittest man, is it?
The boss, the sweep. All right, Jaden, here we go. What's the worst excuse you've heard from a paddler why they can't come training?
I slept in.
Downwind or grind? Which way do you
Downwind.
go? Early morning training or sleep in?
Early morning training.
What's more important, fitness or technique?
Technique.
Carbon fibre or wooden paddle?
Wooden.
Coffee before or after training?
Oh, both.
Who's the biggest talker on the boat apart from yourself?
Oh, well, people will say it's me, but I reckon it's Papa.
Sprint or distance?
Distance.
Beers or a lemonade on a Sunday?
Mate, you know the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Favourite regatta you've competed in around the world?
Oh, 2013 Hungary.
Your one tip that he makes a new paddler a better paddler?
Just self-belief.
Complete this sentence. If I wasn't a paddler, I'd be...
That's sweet. I don't know.
That's Jaden, Cooma Dragons.
Thanks,
over and out.
Whew, we're back.
Oh, Hando. And that's time again this week. It's
Sort
Dougie's...
of getting used to it, so it's not going to be a reaction.
Well, we're going to do the hot take, this week's hot take.
Okay.
I've picked one for you this week, and I think it suits you as a sweep and also over the last 20 years of you coaching. So my hot take today and my question to you, and I'm interested to see, technique versus power in the boat. What wins races, power or technique? Because from where I see it, a lot of crews get this wrong.
Absolutely, and there's going to be, now we've got about a year's worth of interviews on with coaches and federations, but without one, you're not going to get the other.
But hang on, just stop. I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there because I've seen this plenty of times. They stack the blokes with size of me in the boat, but as soon as the gun goes, they're dead in the water.
Yes, because they
So
haven't
this
got
is
the
what my
technique.
question is the technique.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate enough to be taught the technique over the years, and I'd like to think I'm a pretty handy paddler on the left-hand side.
Must have got it taught by the best.
Yeah, exactly. So this is why I'm saying technique versus power, because we have both seen it. You put a big bunch of blokes in and you think, oh, look at these guys.
Yeah. No,
because by the time they get to the 200-metre mark, that boat's it's down.
100% you need the technique. Now, with that is loaded because there's so many different techniques. So what a coach, coming from a coach's perspective, you've got to get the right technique that suits your paddler, your size, your like. A lot of coaches around the world, every year they'll change the technique and they'll follow the Thai technique or the Chinese one or the Canadians with a longer paddle. But yes, technique does win, but you do need the power. So, for example, you've got light crews at a 200-metre race with amazing technique and amazing rating, can probably keep it up. However, in a 2,000-metre race, even if you're perfect technique and you're 70 kilos and down, but then you've got still good technique, but possibly an outrigger stroke and a longer stroke, they're going to do better in the distance races.
Right.
So it's controversial. So many teams, so many federations, whether it's the Canadian, the Chinese, the Yugoslavs, like the Germans, big C1 paddlers. And please, this is a question for you guys. Please send it up because we're going to be interviewing so many different coaches. And then obviously, for me as a coach, it's a combination of technique, but I do need, like, I'll go to a rugby team or I'll go to a gym and I'll get those athletes and I'll teach them the technique.
Well, it's kind of like a foursomes back, not foursome back.
Foursome backs?
No. Remember when you used to be at school and if you'd be going to play a bit of rugby league or something, a bit of touch, you'd always go for the big blokes first and then.
Yeah, and you teach the technique, and there's so much good data. Even way back when I was in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Island Paddle Club, Des Mabbitt, Des, hi if you're watching, he's up at Noosa now, outrigger.
Yep.
The Canadians they've taken it to a different level as well, but now globally.
So so let's wrap this up quickly. This week's hot take, you're saying it does come down to technique, but you do need the engine rooms in there as well on the big paddlers.
And then that's the other T, which is timing.
There you go.
Well, they call it tits, time in the seat.
There you go. That's a nice one.
There we go.
Well, that was this week's hot take. Thanks, Hando.
Thanks, Dougie.
All right. Well, Hando, that's another wrap on another show. Great interview.
Super interview. And those hot takes.
Oh, I know.
You're putting me under the bus.
I know. It's been a great few weeks doing this. So
That's it. Number 4, as Doug would say, he got the chocolates.
yeah, people keep subscribing, which is great, and the newsletters are now coming out. Great feedback on the newsletters. So for those at home who haven't yet
Subscribe,
done,
email, send us it all.
It doesn't cost you anything, but it just keeps you in the loop with what Hando and I are doing, and then we can go from there. Nick, see you next week.
See you, Dougie. Back
Paddles
in
ready.
the commentary. See you soon.
This podcast is brought to you by PodPro Australia.